Hello, everyone. I welcome you all for this Alumni Talk. So, we have Sangeeta with us today to share her journey. Hello, Sangeeta.
Hey, hi. Hi, Sia. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
hi,
Good
Sangeeta.
afternoon,
Good
all.
afternoon.
Yeah,
Yes. So, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Great, great. Okay, so Sangeeta is our alumni, and she's currently working as vice president at a company called as Northern Trust. So, Sangeeta, I first of all welcome you and congratulate you for your achievement. So, please take us through your journey from being a student at DataMites and successfully, working currently as a VP at this company, Northern Trust.
Yeah. So thank you for this opportunity and good afternoon, all. So my name is Sangeetha Sundaresan. I come with a background of 26 years of experience in IT. So I've always been a technical person right from the start, and computers is my close subject. And Yeah, so as a student, if I have to start, it was almost close to 19 years of my experience. But in that 19 years, the 10 years I was with the same company, especially after my elder son was born. And given that it's a US company, and I didn't go for any big role or anything, but the role that I was doing was multifaceted, and I did add a lot of hands-on. Everything was there, but it was a small company, and after a point of time, right, once he started growing and I started to feel like everybody else is getting into different designation, and uh, having worked in multiple countries, I've worked in US, Australia. So where am I stuck? And sort of that inner feeling started to hit me. And I started to discuss with my industry friends. Everybody said, yeah, you will need to have someone in the company to refer and things like that. But my husband was my real mentor. So he gave a right advice saying that you have been always in data person. And what is current in the market? It is again data. So in terms of data science, don't go with the big bang of all these bigger players. Start with someone who's really giving you the hands-on and who gives you the direction. First, try it out. Just test it out, and then see if that's your cup of tea, and then you can think of something big. So then I found DataMites and Ashok. I cannot forget the classes that I had. Literally brought me to college days back after 18 years of my experience. So really, I used to wait for those 3 to 4 months of session that I had with Ashok, and he was an industry expert, just not a pure learning by something and then vomiting this side. So he was an industry expert. He had a huge experience that he brought with all his experience also in the classes. So thoroughly enjoyed all the sessions in Data Mites, and that gave me uh, the trigger to learn more about the AML. And successfully, I completed this course with Data Mites, and then I got into IIITB upgrade course as well as a master's program. First, initially, I started as a diploma program, but then with my score, it got converted into a master's program. And even I was always when this sort of a session happened while I was a student at Alumni, there were few people saying that they wrote some papers. So it was like my bucket list. Oh, will I be able to something that I cannot do? It's a big thing. So that sort of a craving started to hit me. But eventually, the path took me over there, and I too wrote 120 pages of a dissertation paper, which I can't believe now. So, but definitely it happened. And yes, from there, no looking back. As soon as I started, joined that program in IIITB, in 3 months, I got into a role of a director in Fidelity. And I I was always asking Ashok, like, because having worked with 18, 19 years, should I get converted myself as a data scientist? But he always explained me there are multiple roles. See to it what would fit you. So that took some time. Initially, it will all be okay. It's just an input. But to process and then to understand, and once I completed the course, right, all the when I started in Fidelity, it was just a 3 member team in a data modeling. But eventually, by me completing that program, nearly 47 people got assigned to me. It was all AML application developers. So I was leading them. So that's when I realized, okay, it need not be always that you have to, but I started understanding the language that they speak. As a leader, I'm able to contribute towards the solution, understand what they are going through, how things can be done in AML or anything of that sort. So the entire company was going through, and post which after 4 years, again I found my next opportunity. It's been a year now in Northern Trust as a VP, and again I'm establishing completely in the data role as a data governance, as a data modeling, as a data solutionist, architect, multiple hats I wear. But I'm very happy to discuss this last 5 years of my journey, which definitely started from DataMites. So I'm heartfelt thankful to Ashok and the entire team of DataMites who made it happen.
That's really inspirational, I should say. And right, there is right, you whatever you have achieved, even right, we can say that there is no age limit for learning.
Correct.
So
Yes.
even after right 10 years, you worked at the same company, and after your son has grown up, you had that urge of learning, and that has taken you right a long way in your career journey. That's wonderful. So those who are listening to this, they should take some inspiration, I should say. Very nice, Sangeeta. So, you said you took this course around 5 years back with Ashok sir, right?
Yeah.
Around
Yeah.
almost it's been 5 years.
2019, if I remember correctly.
2019, it was
Yeah.
pre-COVID era,
Yeah.
I guess.
Exactly.
Right. Great. So you were attending offline sessions, I guess, right?
Yeah,
That
in-person session. That's what I was saying. Like we really got a lot of good friends. And one of the data mates, my friend, I acquired her as my team member, and she was my direct report. And she worked with me for 2, 3 years before I moved from Fidelity. I got her promotion as well. So I'm very happy to say I was able to help another person through the contact that I received from data mates.
wonderful. Very nice, Sangeeta. So tell us about the time. So you said you were very much aware about the IT part, right? The programming. So during the course, learning all Python, then machine learning might be little easier for you. So
Yeah.
how was the experience learning all these things, Python, machine learning, all these concepts?
Yeah, as I said, like I've always been a developer and programmer. After a point of time, you keep switching to the tools and technologies as the industry and your profile is moving, right? So pretty much I have become a database person after my 6 years of experience while I was working in US, because in US mostly you cannot have multiple role saying that I am a developer but I work in a front end, middle end, and back end. You cannot say that. You have to be an SME of one particular stuff. So that's when I become a database person completely. So from there, the career completely moved on there. And as I said, even in the company that I was working, I was completely on the database, like producing. I mean, we created the data warehouse solution right from the scratch, and I have been a senior data architect. But this one completely again moved my profile to the programming, the Python programming. I started enjoying like anything. Of course, like for others also it is possible because Python is not a skyrocketing thing that which is impossible to learn. People who are already into coding, right? Definitely, as I said, it started to feel my college days back, and I started enjoying the programming session with Ashok giving some problem statement, and we have to work on the solution and say, "Yeah, I completed first," so like that. And definitely, we thoroughly enjoyed those weekend sessions that I used to come and attend. And as we started understanding a lot of algorithm aspects of it, how the AML side of it is connected, and how you have to do this programming, and from the starting understanding the requirements and then loading the data set to the deployment, everything was taught very clearly, which even takes months in other programs where Ashok literally made us understand. So that is the foundation for me. Without, if that was not interesting, maybe I would have not gone to my next level at all. Since that created the curiosity to learn more, that's when I again went ahead and then pursued in the IIITB upgrade for my next course. So that I would definitely give the credit to Ashok sir for making the session so interesting and creating that curiosity to learn again.
Very nice, very nice. So, how much time you used to spend for right learning whatever you have learned in the sessions? So, as you told it was right were weekend sessions. So,
Yeah,
after the sessions,
definitely it was the
um,
weekend we used to spend mostly. So since I was working and I was always in a senior profile, Monday to Friday, I say like definitely it was not
yeah.
possible for me. But Saturday, Sunday, I used to give a lot, where my family, my husband supported to a great extent, and because of it, it was possible because I have to to go there, drive, come back again, finish all the assignments. So most of the things, we try to finish it in the class itself, because we formed a big group, we girls. So it was so nice. We tried to connect and then finish it over there itself. And pretty much that was it. And if there is anything, always that LMS was there if you wanted to go through. But I, honestly to speak, I was completely a listener from the Ashok class, what I learned. So.
Nice, nice, nice. So after the sessions, you had a chance to do internships. So do you remember what kind of projects you did during your internship period?
Yeah, it was, I think, that employee, like some retention. I think there was a company where they had some employee attrition happening, and they wanted to identify what was the reason. And what happened was, the project immediately I could not complete it after the batch. So I had to do separately. I completed, and then I consulted with my friends, and then I got the data set and the assignment problem. So I have to go through all the things what has been taught right from the start and then submit the project. So it was good experience, because that's when you completely apply as a package, because you learn all bits and pieces. But when the actual the assignment aspect of it, the project that you have to submit, the milestone project that we have to submit, that's when you will apply from end to end as a package. So a lot of good learnings were there, and that was my first big milestone project that I submitted. And from IBAC, I got a certificate with a decent grade.
Very nice, Sangeeta. So once you completed your internships, right? You said you did another course at the Triple IT, right?
Correct.
So tell us something about
Yeah.
that. So did this internship or data mites, whatever you have done the course over here, did it help it right over there where you were pursuing?
Yeah, very much. Because see, again, there also it started with the same, that Python pre-course. So that 2 months course, it was like a cakewalk for me, because I've already completed. And while they were doing, it was a data engineering program, because Upgrad had the 5 different level of data science program. You could go in deep learning, or you can take a deep dive in neural thing, or you can go inside the business analytics or a data analytics, and another one was data engineering. So after thorough understanding and talking to some experts over there, with my profile and experience, I chose the data engineering path, where I would learn AWS cloud, and also like a few tools like Spark and everything, Hadoop. So all of that was interesting for me. And again, there it was a very structured program. So week on week, upgrade was definitely a very heavy responsibility, and exactly COVID started at that time. So it was a huge responsibility, and Saturdays, Sundays, for me, sleep is the one thing that I can never compromise. But I realize when it comes to study, I can compromise that as well. So, and one of my assignment that I have to 48 hours non-stop, I finished my assignment without sleeping, and that was my record in my entire life. So
Great, great. So it said that when you have interest in something and you
exactly.
like certain things, you definitely get that right power to do anything.
Correct.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sangeeta. So you, after you have completed the course, right, at the Triple IT, you switched the company, right? You
Yeah.
got a job
While I
in
was
data
doing
field.
itself, yeah, while I was doing itself, I started applying. In fact,
Mhm.
again, with all of them saying that you have to have some referrals and things like that. But till date, I am saying my only belief was with my towards the God. I always, I am a spiritual person, so I kept saying that I deserve more, and I need to get opportunity where I can definitely prove. And all of a sudden, somewhere I don't even know who's that consultant. He had called me. In fact, I was about to sign an offer in Wells Fargo as a VP that time itself. But
Mhm.
it was COVID that started, and the person who had put down the paper had taken it back. So hence that role could not be offered. But you won't believe, the same week Fidelity interview started for me. It took almost 3 4 months, and in August finally I joined in Fidelity as a director. The same year, 2020. So 4 years I successfully, I was in Fidelity, and it was amazing learning again in Fidelity. As I said, within a year, I started off with a three team member, and when I was leaving, I was having 47 people, three teams that I was handling. All were like senior profile to mid to senior profile. So it was an amazing learning and experience that I had in Fidelity. Lot of AML opportunities and AML solutions were built there, and how this gets applied in the business domain also, I had a good learning.
Wonderful. So what kind of work you right handled at that time? So you said many AI ML projects you handled. So what kind of tools you right worked with? If you can tell us something about that during your
Yeah,
fidelity time.
pretty much it was all Python they were used to, and then they used to deploy, and a lot of things were inbuilt also because they don't go for any outside because Fidelity being in the brokerage and a lot of this we are equivalent to PF, right? In US, they handle the employees' money contribution. So hence, there used to be a lot of PII, and they do not try to go with many of the external tools. They did a lot of inbuilt solutions, and then primarily for me data modeling. So I had to lot of legacy applications got rebuilt with the latest one. So hence data modeling is my primary cup of tea. And top of it, all the solutions whatever they built, I need to be as a people manager and a delivery manager ensure that the deliveries happen without any hiccups, and I have to connect with the stakeholders and my functional managers in US. So handling stakeholder people here, delivery, and top of it I was an IC, so delivering my own data model solution. All this were my day in day out job responsibilities. Apart from that, in Fidelity as a leader you have to do many things. Okay, so in that organization wide initiatives I used to be handling the women in technology group, and also like a raise where like a returning mother sort of what you can give back to the community. So I was leading that, and many more like lot of tech talks will come, so you need to be part of it and then presenting and delivering. So fidelity, like they'll try to, as much as possible, try to take it out from you and see to it what the most thing that you can give, they'll make you to deliver. So yeah,
Correct. And you are handling the position also in that way as a director, right? So your responsibilities were
yeah.
more in that sense. Correct. Wonderful. So tell us more about what kind of work you are handling now as a VP at Northern Trust.
Yeah. So now in Northern Trust, I become again an IC person. I'm not having any people reporting to me because I felt like a lot of doing many things on the BAU. My hat of thinking on a strategic side. So this purposefully I took this role as an IC. In the last 1 year, when I started initially 2 months, it was November, December, pretty much didn't happen. I joined in data governance space. So from January, when I started, right? So we have enterprise data governance, and then individual BUs also have their data governance team. So we are part of technology data governance. All the technology applications that comes under, we are responsible for all the data governance standards. So we have a lot of standards. Name say like PII, data lineage, data quality, metadata management, role attestation, so identifying the practitioners, ARB reviews, approvals, all this are thing, and we have to ensure what we produce as the data is consistent, quality, and not redundant. So all of that 7 standards of the data we need to ensure that is there. And when an audit comes, we will be ready for that, both internal and the external audit. So when I joined, the compliance rate was only 40%. Now it's all 100% consistently from the last 3 months after I joined. So that's the turnover that I brought in to the team.
Great, great to know that, and it's kind of inspirational to all of us, right? How, right, definitely a woman leading certain right sectors of any organization. That's always right inspirational to other women as well. Wonderful, Sangeeta. So tell certain things to our freshers that how they can get into this data science field, right? How they can right be at right, or you could say that since the technology is changing now,
Correct.
right,
Correct.
fastly, so how they can right be at that pace.
Yeah. So my sincere input, I would not even say advice because I am still learning and I am be learning continuously. So as a sincere input and my experience, what I learned, understood is definitely learning is the one thing that can take you to the next level. So one time my mentor said, whatever the experience and whatever you know got you to this level. If you wanted to move on to the next level, you need to upskill. So upskilling, the right thing is also important. Just like that, going and studying something in the world is not important. What will suit you or what will be aligned to already, in case if you're already experienced, see to it how you can plug and play with the latest data science program. And data is a pipeline, right? It starts from one end and it flows to the other end. So in that there are multiple roles. In that data pipeline, identify yourself where you fit in. Are you in the early stages, like pulling the data from the sources and that sort of a role, or you are in the utmost end of where you are providing the analytics in the reporting side of it? So you can plug in yourself into multiple roles if you are already experienced. But if you are a fresher, then learn it and see to it whatever the areas that you are getting in the opportunity, grab it, and then make sure that you are not sticking on to that alone. Try to again learn as a entire whole wholesome, that's when you will become an SME, rather than you saying that okay, I know only this part and I can do only this much. So don't limit yourself. And definitely my sincere input with the changing technology and Copilot and so many things coming up, keep yourself constantly updated. That's when you will be successful in your career. Otherwise, it's not to scare you, but a constant effort needs to be put. Then when you know these technologies can, how you can utilize these to make your work productive and efficient is what the management will try to see, rather than nobody can replace the technology with the people. People cannot be removed. Human intervention is required, but you should be smart enough to utilize those tools and technologies so that you always need to upskill. That way you will be not stale and you will be updated, and the management see you as a constant person who can adapt to the situation and learn. So that's how the management, because being in management, that's what we are expecting people to be, like that, who's smart to learn and then utilize that, and being productive, efficient, and then deliver.
Correct, correct. So no, don't limit yourself. So
Yes,
keep on learning. That's a very important advice, Sangeeta, where you have given. So we have some questions from our attendees. Let's see what they are asking.
sure.
First question is coming. Can you suggest some way how a fresher from non-tech can study all this coding? Any tips from your end?
See, again, don't think that you are a non-tech or technology. Okay, you start first take, if you completely see as a bigger picture, right? Then it will skew man. Okay, first take it in a bits and pieces. The agile environment which you can apply is very much you can adopt here as well. When you start, especially as I said, start with the small program, like in DataMites, if they are having a 3 month or 6 months course program, start with it, because they will not scare you with the big things and having n number of things. They will take you very structured way, handhold you, and you can always reach out to them. They are available in person, so you can spend a lot of time in the lab. Uh, Enjoy the learning. If you do not know, you spend more time. That's all. See, not everybody would be able to. Even if I try to take some new topic, right, it will take for me more than 2 iterations, 3 iterations. That's all. So the iterations may increase. That's all. Apart from that, definitely everybody can understand everything. It's provided you put the time and plus be with the right person so that you can learn a lot, and take it in a very structured, in a little slow pace when you have to. Once you get that alignment and that speed, right, after that, nothing to stop you.
Correct, 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 Sangeeta. So we have one more question coming up from Shudhanshu from LinkedIn. If we clear mock interviews and also do the internship projects, how many chances are there for a fresher to get a job?
Uh, yeah, I am little hesitant to answer this question, because in most of the companies that I have worked, right, they, for the especially the freshers, these days they are directly going to the colleges and they are having a tie-up. Okay, from the colleges, they are hiring them as not only first time, they have to come twice to the company to do the intern, and both the times the hiring manager has to say yes, this candidate is a hireable resource. Only then they will be given the offer. Now to that level of scrutiny is happening, and but there are certain companies where you can apply from the industry side of it, but I am very hesitant to answer as I do not know and I have not taken such. So but what I do is, sincerely, I'll ask them to grab anything that they have learned, put some experience, but within 1 2 years, right, whomever they have approached me, whenever there are some opportunities, like even recently now I heard from Microsoft, so I try to give those candidates resume who are really sincere and who didn't get the right opportunity. I always try to pass on to them. So definitely I ensure that Whoever has put in my head their name, I try to help them in some way or other possible. So try to see who can help you out in the from the industry and be in good connect. For sure some or other opportunity can knock your door for sure, but believe in yourself, for sure you will get it. There is nothing that it is impossible. Keep believing and keep giving the affirmation that you will end up in a good company.
Wonderful advice, Sangeeta. So we can see we have no more questions. So it was a very insightful session, I should say. And your whatever valuable insights you have given us, I'm very much sure it will definitely help all of us over here, Sangeeta. So thank you so much for your time from your busy schedule. You took us some time and shared your valuable insights. And please do come to DataMites office. So
Oh
Ashok
yeah,
sir will be very happy to see you,
yeah,
especially,
definitely.
right? Yeah, so thank you so much, and yes, best of luck for all your future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity and all the very best for all the team members here. And I'll be happy to help you all. You can connect me in LinkedIn and then reach out to me if you need anything. If sure there is any opportunity, I'll always be happy to help anybody who is in connect with me. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank you
so much,
so
Sia.
much,
Take
Sangeeta.
care.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have a
yeah,
great day. Bye.
yeah, same to you.